Hello YouTube, Sharps 1874 here, and I have an opinion video today. Some people have accused me of being a Sig Snob. Ooh, prop. Yeah, some people have accused me of being a Sig Snob. Well, so a little bit of history. I went shooting with a neighbor and he had a Glock 19. And I shot it, didn't care for it that much. And then he shot my Sig 226. By the way, no magazines. And all the guns that I'm showing you today have been safety checked. There's no ammunition on the table. We're safe. He shot my 226 and said, "Oh, wow, I really like that." Well, time went on and another neighbor had a Glock 26. No magazine, it's empty. And I shot that and I thought, oh, that's not so bad. So he offered it to me to sell for an extremely good price, and I bought it. So I owned a Glock. Well, I started thinking about it, and I thought, you know, I really wouldn't mind having or trying another Glock. So, Glock 17. So here's an opinion video. I went out and I took my 226, Sig P226, the Glock 26 and the Glock 17 out to the range, and we're going to go look at that now. Actually, I did this a few days ago, and but we'll show you the video and come back and talk about my thoughts about Glock versus Sig.
famous on the way home.
And you guys want a water or something on the way back? I'll take water.
Okay, so surprisingly, I shot the 365 a lot better than I did the others. Now I'm not as proficient with pistols as I am with World War II rifles with iron sights. I'm much better for some reason with rifles than I am with pistols. Of course, I've had less practice with pistols. So that's my excuse. So here's my takeaway, why I like, or what I like about the Glocks versus the SIGs versus the Glocks. So first off, one of the things that I really like about the SIG is the fact that it's got a hammer. And if I want to, I can use the decocking lever right here and take that hammer down, still have a round in the chamber, but it's not cocked. It's not ready to fire. This, of course, is a double action, and I like the fact that it's double action. Now, stop typing. I'm going to have my finger on the trigger. I'm going to pull the trigger because I need to show you something. So again, nothing in the chamber, no mag, and so double action. If there was a round in the chamber, if I drew this from my holster and I needed to fire, I could fire. It's about a 6-pound trigger pull, if I'm remembering right. What I really like about this is when it's in single action mode, it's about a 2-pound trigger pull that I really, really enjoy. So, what can I say? I like the SIG for those reasons. Now, comparing that to the Glock 17. One thing that I do not like about the Glocks is their slide release mechanism. And as you can see here, I put on an extended slide release because it's much easier for me to grab that. There's nothing wrong with the Glock. It's just that the extended slide release lever makes it easier for these old fingers to take this thing apart. Now, basically I can sum up the Glock 26 and the Glock 17 in the same way. Here again, I'm going to put my finger on the trigger, so stop typing. So, my main complaint about the Glock, and it's a very small complaint. I think the pistols are nice, but if my finger isn't on the trigger in a specific way, I get pinched with that little trigger lock, both on the 17 and on the 26. This little guy in here has a tendency to pinch my finger, and so shooting it is not a pleasant experience. But if I consciously put my finger in a place where that is, I'm not getting pinched by that, by the trigger lock, it's a very nice pistol. What can I say? I can see why people like Glocks, because they're very nice pistols. The P365, what can I say? This is my main carry gun, and I'm a big fan of this, even though I prefer to have hammer fired rather than striker fired. I really like this pistol. What can I say? Okay, so I'm still a Sig Snob, but I'm not as much as a Sig Snob. I am open to the idea that Glocks are excellent weapons. I just prefer SIGs over Glocks. The reason that I ever got into SIGs is because the main metropolitan area around here, the assistant chief of police, he said, I asked him, I said, I want to buy a 9mm, what should I buy? This is many, many years ago. He said, you can't go wrong with a P226. He said those are just excellent firearms. So I bought one, fell in love with it. So, still a Sig Snob, but I understand where Glocks are coming from. They are very, very nice. Oh, you might notice this one is not just a Glock 17. This is a Glock 17 MOS. And so I'll be taking this plate off and putting on a red dot once the virus, the perfect red dot for this comes out of England. And of course England is shut down because of the virus. So I can't wait to get my hands on the red dot. Then I'm going to take this out. I'll do another video on this, and I think I'm going to find that I really like a Glock 17 with the red dot, as long as I have my finger on the trigger correctly so I don't get pinched. So, I know this is going to cause controversy because people are going to say that I'm nuts, SIGs are awful, Glocks are great, but that's okay. I like SIGs, I like Glocks, but I like SIGs more than Glocks because I have more experience with them. And everyone's entitled to their own opinion, so stop typing. And as always, I'm Sharps 1874, and I thought you might like to know.